Have you ever wondered how people are able to get so many more things done than you, or somebody's just crushing it with their efficiency and whatnot in the workplace or at your career, whatever it is that you may be doing? Well, today we're going to talk about how to actually do that, accomplish more, and be more than what you're already currently being. So let's get after it. So back to seeing people accomplish more. Like, look at easy example, Tesla, Elon Musk. Whether you like him, hate him, or indifferent about him, the man is able to get things done. You hear the stories about him being on a plane talking to some engineers, and they're telling him this project's going to take 6 to 12 months to accomplish, and they're on his private plane or one that he rented. I don't know what it was, but he said, turn it around. And then they went back to the facility that they were talking about, and in 24 hours, boom, they compressed everything that they said was going to take 6 months to 12 months, whatever it was, down to 1 day. Boom, got it done. Or you look at what he's done with spaceships, landing one or catching one, so to speak, literally and figuratively. You look at all these famous business people and what they're able to do, and honestly, their secret, it's actually way simpler than you think. It's called urgency. We're all given 24 hours in a day, right? However you use them, a lot of people nowadays, they're sitting like this, scrolling. Not bad. You're on YouTube. Thank you for scrolling and stopping on this. Or you're on TikTok or Instagram, whatever it may be. Thank you. Appreciate it. Love the views. Make sure you like and subscribe. Leave a thumbs up. Appreciate it. But does that really feel urgency? It's a good friend of mine said, most people in a job are looking to fit 2 hours of work into 8 hours. Just let that sink in for a minute. 2 hours of work into 8 hours, trying to squeeze it in, instead of 8 hours of work into 2 hours, right? Because you work at a different pace when you flip-flop the order around there. You're trying to cram 8 hours of work into 2 hours. Well, look at what your decisions are. Every move that you make needs to be calculated. Whether you're brushing your teeth, how long are you taking? How far are my clothes set out? How far is the distance to drive to the work? And if you've ever run late, you start thinking about those things. Well, Inky Johnson, he's got an amazing story. Check out his page. He was a cornerback for University of Tennessee, had a horrible accident, was able to make lemonade out of lemons, so to speak, and is an amazing speaker, influencer, really cool guy. And he said this he said this statement. He said, I'm going to make sure I get it right. Urgency in life will always dictate what you're willing to tolerate. That's kind of a humbling statement, because if you say with your mouth, with your words, I want a better life, but yeah, your actions are, I got an hour. Let's check out TikTok, let's check out YouTube, or check out the sporting scores or anything like that. Not that any of those things are bad, but if you really have an urgency to change your life, whether it's change your income, change your location, you want to change companies, your urgency dictates the results. Another kind of in person right now, Cody, she helps people buy businesses, sell them, generate ongoing revenue with those companies. And she said the one thing that separates a lot of people is speed. And I think this kind of ties in directly with that, dictating what you're willing to tolerate. Because if you're willing to tolerate something that's going to take 12 months and you're okay with that, well, it'll take 12 months. Honestly, it'll probably take longer than that, because it's just the nature of humans that if we don't have a specific direction in mind, things just end up taking longer. And so if you're able to get faster at doing something or bringing something to market or bringing an idea to fruition, whether it's you've got this cool new app, but you try to make everything perfect before you actually make that first step, it tells me that your urgency is not there. Not wrong, not bad, just urgency is not there. It's not going to happen in the time frame that you want it to. So really take a look at what are you trying to accomplish right now? Is it increasing how much money that you make, or getting after a new position, or hey, I want to transition into a new career path that's totally different? Well, okay, look at what do I have to do to get there? What needs to change? And what's your time frame? You say, hey, I want to make $100,000 this year, and you're making 40. Okay, it's doable. People do it all the time. And you want to make it this next year? Okay, well, let's look at some careers that make that income. Is it somebody that's, your boss's boss's boss or your boss's boss that makes $100,000? Are you, in sales? $100,000 is really easy to make. It really is in sales. If you're, a bulldog. You don't really have to be a bulldog. You just make sure you treat people right, follow up with them, and make sure you have enough conversations with people. You'll make $100,000. Fact is most people don't do enough of that with their customers, and that's why they don't make that. Anyways, that's a side point. But figure that stuff out first, and then let's reverse engineer it. Okay, am I lacking any skills? Now that I know the time frame, okay, I have to learn this by this time. I need to learn this by this time, and it increases your urgency once you actually put a timetable on it. Because if there's no timetable, there's no urgency, which means that you'll tolerate having a crappy life if that's what you think is a crappy life. Hate to be the bearer of that news, but it's truth. Like what Inky said, whatever you're willing to tolerate will take away from the urgency that you've got. And so think about it again, guys. Think about it. Recap. Super easy. Figure out what you want. Figure out what you need to change to get there. And then figure out the timetable in which you want to do it. That'll create the urgency that you want. Easy thing is even sports, honestly. Look at football. Easy one. You want to make the team. What do you have to do to make the team? I got to be able to bench press blah, blah, blah pounds. I have to be able to squat this many. I have to be able to run this fast. I have to be whatever it may be. Okay, what's your time frame on being able to do that? Is it possible? Yes. Okay, well, let's get after it. So, super easy, super simple today. Let me know in the comments what's got you in that urgent mode right now of making that change. Talk to you next time.